people? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Erin and this is Erin on Demand. We're all about owning our business, owning our lives, owning our happiness, and today's video is all about owning our life in the regard to reading. Now, I know a lot of people love to read and then there are other people who hate to read. And when I was younger, I literally hated reading. My mom, when I had to read for school, now y'all know they be picking the worst books to read for school. I would fall asleep with the book on my face. I just hated reading. And once I graduated from college, I just started to enjoy reading more because it was more about the type of books I was reading that were turning me off from reading. So now as an adult, I love to read and I read at least 30 minutes every day. It is a huge part of my life and it's something that I made a priority to build into my daily routine. So I do have my top books that I have read. I would say the top books I've read within the last year because these books are relatively new to my reading list, but there are some amazing books that I think you guys will love. So without further ado, let's get into the books. First book is called Never Split the Difference, Negotiating as If Your Life Depends on It. And it is by Chris Voss with Tal Raz. And it is literally phenomenal. So the author is a former FBI hostage negotiator who has basically field tested all of these negotiation tools. He is the guy who on like John Q is negotiating to let John Q let all the hostages out of the hospital. Dude, this book is so good. I'm actually not all the way done with it, but I've gotten far enough to let you guys know that this is an amazing resource. And one thing about books that I read, I'm not the one who wants to read about like, you know, fluffy self-help stuff. Like I want real life tools that I can implement into my day-to-day life. So I want skills building books. There are some good like mindset books and self-help books, but I find that a lot of them just are overly preachy and I hate that. So this book has so many tangible tools that you can use in negotiating. And this book is not just about negotiating in the sense of salary when you go to get a job. Like this is everyday negotiations, which is something that we do like unconsciously, even when we're having a conversation, when we're trying to persuade our parents to, you know, pay for dinner for the night, or when we're trying to persuade our date to take us here instead of there. Like negotiating is in pretty much every conversation that we have, and we just don't necessarily, you know, think about it like that. But he breaks down every single thing when it comes to negotiation, and it is phenomenal. And it's a pretty fun read too. Like you would think it's boring, but it's not. It's a very good read. Okay, next book, Miracle Morning. I'm reading the title because it's pretty long. Miracle Morning, the not so obvious secret guaranteed to transform your life before 8 a.m. And I read this book. I got it for free on my Kindle through Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime has a ton of free books, so I always check there first, just in case I think it'll be a quick read or something that I don't necessarily need the hard copy for. So Miracle Morning had been on my reading list forever, so I just ended up getting it for free on my Kindle. And this book is amazing. So I had went through this phase when I was first entering entrepreneurship, and I just felt like my day wasn't properly structured. When you go from school for, you know, 12, 13 years plus college, then you go into, you know, the corporate world, you're used to having a structured day. Then when you take the leap into entrepreneurship, you kind of don't have the same type of structure. You have to create your own form of structure. And I just wanted something to really help me solidify a solid morning routine. And I had heard really great things about Miracle Morning. And so I read this book, and basically they break down these lifesavers because the author tells about how creating this morning literally transformed his entire life. And the first chapter had me hooked, y'all. Like hooked. And so he gives these 6 different tactics that you can use in your mornings, and you can customize it however you want, but he goes through each thing and why it's so important. Basically, he took a montage of all the things that people say you should do in the morning, like exercise, read, write, and he put them all together to form this miracle morning. And so I don't want to spoil the lifesavers for you, but it is a phenomenal book if you are looking to get a solid morning routine, or even if you want to do it at night. You can completely do it whenever you want to do it, but this book is amazing for that. This next book is a classic, I feel like. It is Shonda Rhimes' book, Year of Yes, and I wanted this book in the list because it just brought me so much joy. And like I told y'all before, I'm not really the type to like a lot of preachy type of self-help books. I really love storytelling, and Shonda Rhimes to me is one of the most amazing storytellers of our time. And so I knew that her book would just be very entertaining to read. Now, if you love like hearing someone's voice while you're reading, this is the book. Like, you can literally hear Shonda like reading this book. It's basically just about a year that transformed her life through saying yes. And one of my favorite chapters is when she talks about saying yes to no and saying yes to hard conversations. So it's not completely like you're this yes woman or yes man. She gives a lot of great advice through the stories and journeys that she has gone through. And it's just a phenomenal read. Like, I laughed, I cried. This book is the bomb, y'all. The next book is probably my favorite book that I've read in a very long time. It's called Atomic Habits, Tiny Changes, Remarkable Results, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. And it is by James Clear. You guys, I cannot say enough good things about this book. Literally on Amazon, it has 5 stars. Like, I don't think anybody has said anything bad about this book. It is phenomenal. It is about the power of small changes and how to build great habits and get rid of bad ones. And he breaks down habits from so many different perspectives that it just causes you to think about habit building so differently, and it feels so much more tangible. And so I know, like, we see all these morning routine videos, and even in the Miracle Morning book, like, it can feel overwhelming to start this elaborate morning routine. But this book really tells you how to start infusing habits into your life to cultivate a very productive life through small changes. So I have my eBrand Club, which is my monthly membership branding and business building group, reading Atomic Habits, and y'all, they are absolutely loving it. So if this sounds like your type of book, if you want to figure out how to be more consistent, how to be more productive, this is probably the only book you need to read. So yeah, excellent book. And my next book is More Than Enough, Claiming Space for Who You Are No Matter What They Say by Elaine welteroth. Now, Elaine welteroth is the former editor-in-chief of Teen Vogue, and she's one of those who is just a dynamic human being. I follow her on Instagram. I went to the Teen Vogue Summit when she was the editor-in-chief. I love this woman. She exudes authenticity. She is brilliant. She is so creative, and I could not help but support her with reading this book. And actually, one of my best friends bought me this book. She had it sent to me because she knows how much I love Elaine, and I am reading this right now. So this is a current read for me. Now, it is phenomenal. Just the foreword is written by Ava DuVernay. Like, come on now. Elaine really kind of paints the picture of her journey and drops in amazing gems of lessons that she's learned along the way. So if you are looking for amazing storytelling, similarly to like Year of Yes, this is a great book. I love reading memoirs because I find that I can learn so much more from people's experiences than from them like preaching to me. So a lot of books I read are like memoirs. I read Kevin Hart's memoir. I read Gabrielle Union's memoir. I read Shonda Rhimes. So I'm very into reading people's story. And I will have all of these books linked in the description box below. And now you have to check out the other 5 on my girl Elena's channel, The Organized Money. Her channel is all about budgeting, finance. I mean, she is a boss when it comes to that. So we partnered up on this video. She has the second 5 books. So go to her channel and watch. Make sure you subscribe to her because she produces amazing content, like I said, all about finances. And we know in entrepreneurship and business building, you got to have them finances right. So head over to The Organized Money, and you guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Get your read on. It is very important. So make sure you guys read, even if it's just a page, 2 pages, 1 chapter a day. Make sure you're putting stuff back into your mind, all right? And on that note, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Bye.